Relatively early in the movie, Gabe, as you know, takes Rosemary on a tour of Central Park. This was always one of our favorite parts of the movie and something we were always looking forward to. And we came up with a lot of different small magical elements that were created there. One of which exists, which is the building turning into the pirate ship, which was done beautifully. And another is the appearance of the sheep and their return to Sheep Meadow. This was always a very romantic idea to us, that the love that is blooming between these two young kids brings the sheep back to Sheep Meadow. Magically back. Well, the magic was hard to accomplish because we had many ideas about how we were going to do this.
We really had just one idea, which was that the sheep, everyone kept saying, are we going to do it CGI? And we kept saying, no, the sheep are just going to be in Sheep Meadow. We're going to do it practically.
Well, it was difficult to get sheep into Sheep Meadow because sheep are not allowed in Sheep Meadow anymore. It's a public lawn, and they don't want sheep poop to mess up the lawn. So what we did is we actually opened up the gates of Sheep Meadow, and we created additional green grass 20 feet beyond the edge of Sheep Meadow to create the appearance of sheep in Sheep Meadow. And then we brought real sheep in, 24 real sheep, that would run into the frame, and the kids would part the sheep. Now,
I mean, ideally we had hoped that they weren't going to run into the frame, that they were just going to sort of stand very, very placidly, but sheep don't really do that.
Yes, the sheep didn't really do exactly what we wanted them to do, and we tried it 7 times actually. And finally, Jennifer very smartly decided that we should also do one shot without the sheep in case the sheep don't work. Well, turned out the sheep did not work well, so we went to plan B. And our editor and very talented visual effects artist named Alan Bell and his group over at Handmade Digital created this shot for us.
We were very lucky.
We were very lucky that basically what he did is he
took that shot.
He took the clean plate, and we then, just in the driveway of our house, we just set up a blue screen and some green sod, and Alan shot individual sheep, 2 sheep from a variety of angles, and he composited them into our clean plate and made a fabulous sheep shot, and really saved us when it looked like
we were going to go sheepless.
We were going to go sheepless, and sheepless is no way to tell a love story.
No. Sheepless in Manhattan.
But nonetheless, so please enjoy the journey to the sheep. The journey to the sheep.
Like old-fashioned lawnmowers, they keep the grass nice and low and everything. But eventually they all moved to Prospect Park in Brooklyn. And I gave the sheep herder a job at the zoo and the lion house.
Oh yeah, didn't the sheep herder live on Tavern on the Green?
Well, it was called the sheepfold back then, but yeah. About 1.5 years earlier, I'd read 2.5 books on the island of Manhattan. Let's just say I was a man in my element. Yeah, they used to have herds and hundreds of sheep grazing on these fields. And then they gave the sheep herder a job in the zoo at the lion house.
Oh yeah, didn't the sheep herder used to live up in Tavern on the Green?
It was the sheepfold back then, but yeah, that's what they call it now. They have herds and hundreds of sheep grazing on these fields. And then they gave the sheep herder a job in the zoo at the lion house.
Oh yeah, didn't the sheep herder used to live up in Tavern on the Green?
It was the sheepfold back then, but yeah, that's what they call it now.